Welcome into the Commanders Report. I am your host, Jack Sperry. On today's show, I'm going to be breaking down my 5 takeaways after the Commanders Mandatory Minicamp that took place this week. There are some players that stood out. There are some coaches that maybe stood out a little bit as well. Can't wait to break down my 5 takeaways with you here in just a second. But first, if you're missing Commanders football and you are pumped for the 2023 season, do me a favor and click that thumbs up icon and like today's video, guys. I really do appreciate all the support. It's a free and easy way to help out the channel, so click that thumbs up icon and let's start today's video. Starting with my first takeaway after mandatory minicamp. Number 1, Eric Bienemy is bringing the juice, man. This is somebody that the Commanders have been waiting for a long time. Somebody that's high energy, somebody that knows his stuff. And right now, everybody that has been talking about Coach EB has just talked how much they love the guy, how much he holds everybody to a high standard in this offense, which is something that this franchise just desperately needed, right? Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio over the last couple of years have done a pretty nice job with the defense, but the offensive side of the ball has been what has been missing. Eric Bienemy seems to be doing a lot of great stuff as the new offensive coordinator right now. He seems to be doing a great job with the quarterbacks. All the wide receivers say that he's doing a great job schematically right now, getting them open. So I'm really liking this move by Ron Rivera to make this guy, Eric Bienemy, the assistant head coach and offensive coordinator. He's trying to get himself a head coaching gig here in the league. And right now, if everything goes the way that it's supposed to go this year, and EB is this amazing offensive mind and really propels this offense forward with Sam Howell as the new quarterback here in Washington, then I don't see any way this guy's not a head coach in the NFL come this time next year. So let me know right now in the comments section. Will Eric Bienemy get a head coaching gig in 2024? Will it be 1 year in depth for EB? Let me know in the comments by typing yes or by typing no. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever YouTube throws an ad break your way here in just a second, answer today's question with a yes or a no. Moving on to my number 2 takeaway on my list here, which is that you should be watching out for Jacoby Brissett. Now, the backup quarterback, of course, signed with the Washington Commanders on a 1-year, $10 million deal in NFL free agency. And according to Ron Rivera, they talk about Jacoby Brissett just as much as they talk about Sam Howell in terms of how they do in practice. And apparently, Brissett's doing a great job in practices right now. He's showing that he is that steady veteran in the quarterback room, and he is right on Sam Howell's tail to win that number 1 quarterback spot heading into week 1 of the 2023 season. Now, I think Sam is going to get the opportunity, at least early on, to be the starter of this team. He in his own right has done really well in practices to this point. But I think even if Sam Howell doesn't work out, and again, I'm optimistic about Sam's future. I'm just saying if it doesn't work out, having a guy like Jacoby Brissett in there that was one of the best starting quarterbacks in terms of efficiency last year, I think that's a great thing to have because the offensive line is hopefully going to be better this year. You got great weapons. You got a really good offensive coordinator, in my opinion, in Eric Bienemy. And, of course, you're going to have a really good defense, I think, with the revamped secondary here in Washington. So you don't need a Patrick Mahomes, right? You don't need an Aaron Rodgers. You don't need a superstar-level quarterback to get you W's, specifically in a really weak NFC conference. So I think Jacoby Brissett is a really good option if Sam Howell doesn't work out. So either way, I think the Commanders are good. So before I reveal my final 3 takeaways after mandatory minicamp for your Washington Commanders, let's have a word from our sponsor here at BetUS, and they're offering you guys a 125% deposit bonus when you go to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code CHAT125. Now, what does that mean? So that means if you put $100 down, okay, you put $100 in for your bets, they're going to give you an extra $125. So that's $225 total to use on your bets. Right now, the NBA Finals are going on. MLB is going on right now, of course. And then right around the corner here is going to be the NFL season. So make sure you get in with our sponsor here, BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code CHAT125 to get that 125% deposit bonus. All right, my third takeaway here on the Washington Commanders mandatory minicamp is that Chase Young is looking healthy, which of course is good news for every Commanders fan out there. Of course, Chase Young was not there for involuntary workouts for the early portion of organized team activities, but according to reports, he's looking explosive right now. Not only is he big and strong, but he's looking extremely fast out there right now, which is something that every single Commanders fan wants to hear right now because they want him to have a breakout season. They want Chase Young to kind of fulfill that potential that they saw in him when they drafted him number 2 overall in the 2020 NFL draft. This guy's a special talent. It's just a matter of if that knee is going to hold up, and hearing that he's looking explosive right now is really great to hear from a Commanders fan's perspective, because you're really hoping that he can have a breakout season. I certainly think he's going to. That's why I don't really want for the Commanders to trade him. There's a bunch of trade rumors going around. We've talked about them extensively here on the show about potentially trading away Chase Young. I don't want to do that. I think he's going to have a fantastic season this year, and I think he's still going to be the cornerstone edge rusher for the Commanders for years to come. So let me know right now. The big question surrounding Chase Young is, can he stay healthy? So let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. Will Chase Young finish this season fully healthy? Type H if you think he's going to stay healthy, or if you think he's going to get injured again, type I down there in the comments. All right, so before I reveal my final 2 takeaways here, go ahead and click that subscribe button for extensive news and rumors coverage here on your Washington Commanders. If you made it to this far into the video, guys, we must be doing something right. So if you want to join our Commanders family, do me a favor, click that subscribe button for me right now. And number 4 on my list of takeaways here, I am going to go with Emmanuel Forbes here, because I think he's absolutely legit. Okay, I think this guy is a star in the making, particularly in a defense like the Commanders, where they play a ton of off coverage. Now, he's a little bit skinny. You can see it in this picture right here that he is pretty slender, man. But I mean, the instincts that this guy plays with, the acceleration, the speed, and then, of course, the hands to be able to pick balls off. And then he's also a pretty good return man. He gets into the end zone when he makes these kinds of interceptions. He just keeps making plays in practice time and time again. It seems like every single day I'm hearing about a new Emmanuel Forbes interception in practice. He's got some of the best instincts I've ever seen from a cornerback in college, and that's proven by 6 pick sixes throughout his career at Mississippi State. I think he's going to be a big-time game changer for the Washington Commanders defense, and that starts this year. And I think he could potentially win Rookie of the Year honors on the defensive side of the ball here in the NFL. I certainly think that in this defense, he's a perfect fit. He's a ball hawk. He's going to get interceptions this year, in my opinion, especially because this pass rush is really, really good as well. So there's going to be opportunities for him. I really think that he should be one of the favorites, if not the favorite, to be the Defensive Rookie of the Year heading into 2023. So do you agree with me? Do you think Emmanuel Forbes wins the Defensive Rookie of the Year award for this season? Type win or lose down there in the comment section and share what you guys think. And last but not least here, my 5th takeaway after mandatory minicamp for your Washington Commanders is that Cole Turner is impressing. Now, that is something that a lot of Commanders fans are happy to hear, because right now the tight end room is not particularly deep or good or talented or anything like that. So to hear that somebody is showing out a little bit here in Cole Turner, who's a really nice athlete, good receiver, I think that he's going to be somebody that could definitely transition into that receiving threat role that Eric Bienemy really needs in his offense. He's used to having Travis Kelce, and by no means am I saying that Cole Turner is Travis Kelce, but if he can turn into a legitimate threat as a receiver, that'd be certainly a good thing for the Commanders' offense, because I don't really trust Logan Thomas. He's not the most dynamic, what do you want to call it, athlete. Okay, he's not particularly bursty or athletic, in my opinion. He's not the best receiver in the world. He's fine, but if you can get Cole Turner in there as more of a dynamic weapon in your offense, that just puts another weapon to deal with here for Sam Howell or Jacoby Brissett to use in this offense. You already got Terry McLaurin, you already got Jahan Dotson, you already got Curtis Samuel. All 3 of those guys are really, really good players. But if you can add a dynamic receiving threat as well, that is really good news for the Washington Commanders, and it just gives this offense one more element that defenses have to deal with. So who is your tight end 1 here on the Commanders roster? Do you like Logan Thomas? If so, go LT down there in the comments. Or if you think Cole Turner is going to take that number 1 tight end spot this year, go ahead and type CT down in the comment section. That'll be it for today's show, Commanders fans. I appreciate all the real ones that made it to the end of the show. Without you guys, this show wouldn't exist, so I really want to give my appreciation to you guys here right at the end. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Again, if you made it this far, like I said, guys, we're doing something right, so join our Commanders family today by clicking that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on your notifications.